The first component of the recipe is a baklava ice cream, which you will need to make 3 days in advance to when you are serving the fritule. Before you begin the recipe, you will need to preheat an oven to 180 degrees Celsius and grease a square baking dish with non-stick cooking spray. In a bowl, combine the chopped nuts with the cinnamon and set aside. Next, take the phyllo sheets and cut them in half. Place one piece on the bottom of your tray and brush with butter, and lay another phyllo on top. Repeat the phyllo butter process another 6 times before sprinkling over 1/3 of the nut mixture. Whilst the baklava is in the oven, make the syrup by bringing sugar, water, honey and lemon juice to the boil, reducing to a simmer and cooking until thickened. Once baklava comes out of the oven, pour over the syrup, cover and let the baklava sit overnight. The following day, roughly cut up the baklava and the 1/4 cup of pistachios. You can now place the ice cream machine insert into the freezer. To begin making the ice cream, bring the milk, cream, vanilla and cinnamon to a simmer, then reduce the heat to low. In a medium bowl, whisk the egg yolks and sugar until pale yellow. Once this colour is achieved, pour in the milk mixture 1 cup at a time, whisking constantly. Return the mixture to a clean pot and place on a medium-high heat, but do not let the mixture boil. Stir the mixture constantly until the custard coats the back of the spoon. Then take off the heat and sieve the mixture into a bowl and store in the fridge overnight. The next day, pour the custard into the ice cream maker and churn for the suggested time according to the manufacturer's instructions. When the ice cream is almost done, slowly add in your reserved baklava and pistachios, allowing it to mix through your ice cream. Remove from the machine and store in a container in the freezer. Bring the sugar and water to the boil and continue to boil for 5 minutes before adding in the lemon salt. Allow to simmer for a further 2 minutes. Remove the syrup from the heat and stir in the rose water and food colouring. Once the mixture is cooled, store in the fridge. The rosewater candy can also be made prior to the fritule. Place sugar, water and cream of tartar in a medium pot and bring to the boil. Using a candy thermometer, monitor the temperature until the syrup has reached 130 degrees Celsius. Remove from the heat and stir in the rosewater and food colouring. Pour the mixture over a prepared baking tray and sprinkle with edible gold stars. Once hardened, break into shards and store in a container. In a small bowl, combine the yeast, warm water and 1 teaspoon of the sugar. Set aside to allow the yeast to activate. In another bowl, combine the grated apples and the grated rind of 2 lemons with the vanilla extract and salt. In a large bowl, crack in the eggs and sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of the sugar, whisking immediately until the sugar has dissolved. Into the sugar and egg mix, stir in the sifted flour, milk and yeast mixture until combined. Finally, add in the apple mixture. Stir the dough until it no longer sticks to the spoon. You may need to add in more milk to achieve this. As the dough is rising, you can prepare the filling for the figgy s'mores fritule. You can now check on your dough. If it has doubled in size, heat the rice bran oil in a heavy base saucepan until the oil reaches 187 degrees Celsius. Dip 2 tablespoons or teaspoons, depending on what size fritule you want, into the hot oil to stop the dough from sticking, and mold the dough into a roughly circular shape. Fry only 4 to 5 fritule at one time so you do not overcrowd your pan. Cook until golden on both sides and drain on absorbent paper.